Deep in the frost-bitten spine of Finland, where wolves howled louder than words, a child was born into silence. His name was Simo Häyhä. He wasn't raised by war, but by snowdrifts, shadows, and the stillness of the woods. His world was cold, but his will burned hot beneath wool and frost. From a young age, he hunted not for sport, but for survival. Each shot mattered. Every footstep left a story in the snow. He learned to read the land like a book, written in tracks and wind. There was no need for noise. The forest taught patience better than any man could. Simo would sit for hours, waiting for the perfect shot, unmoving as stone. He knew the way animals breathed, how snow softened sound, how the cold sharpened focus. Neighbors said he had the eyes of a hawk and the silence of a ghost. He joined the civil guard as a teenager, more out of duty than desire. But marksmanship came naturally. He could hit a target at 150 meters without a scope. Still, no one saw a legend forming. Just a quiet farm boy with a rifle, and a storm quietly building inside him. Winter, 1939. The snow fell heavier that year, as if the land itself knew what was coming. The Soviet Union invaded Finland with overwhelming force, tanks, planes, and nearly 500,000 men. They expected an easy victory, but Finland didn't kneel. Amid the chaos, Simo Häyhä answered the call, not with fanfare, but with quiet resolve. He packed his gear, a simple Mosin Nagant rifle, some food, and white camouflage stitched by hand. While others sought warmth, Simo sought elevation and cover. He didn't carry a scope, just iron sights and instinct. He believed scopes reflected light, and light could get you killed. In the biting cold, he melted into the trees like breath into wind. Soviet patrols began disappearing, one by one. Rumors spread like wildfire through the Red Army. There's something in the woods. They called it Belaya Smrt. The White Death had begun his hunt. In the dead stillness of Finnish forests, he became a phantom. Unseen, unheard, unstoppable. Simo Häyhä would lie motionless in sub-zero temperatures for hours, sometimes days, waiting for the perfect shot. He packed snow in front of his rifle barrel to muffle the sound. He even kept snow in his mouth so his breath wouldn't reveal his position. There was no glory in it, only precision, patience, and death. His rifle had no scope. He didn't need one. Iron sights were enough, and they would never glint in the sunlight. He didn't just aim for bodies. He aimed for movement, posture, habits. He could read a man's intent before his finger touched the trigger. By day, he hunted with his Mosin Nagant. By night, with a Suomi submachine gun. He moved through the trees like a spirit, leaving behind only empty helmets and blood in the snow. By the time the Soviets realized what they were dealing with, over 500 of their men were already gone. And in every whisper across their camps, one name returned like a curse carried by the wind: the White Death. The Soviets were desperate. They sent their best snipers to find him, but they never came back. They shelled entire forests, hoping to silence the ghost in white. But Simo always slipped away, a step ahead of steel and fire. Then came March 6th, 1940. He was scouting near the front line when a Soviet soldier fired an explosive round. The bullet struck him in the lower left jaw. It tore through his face, ripping away bone, teeth, and flesh in a single instant. Simo didn't scream. He couldn't. His comrades found him, face shattered, barely breathing, but still clutching his rifle. They dragged him back through the snow, unsure if he'd live another hour. He fell into a coma, the war still raging outside his hospital walls. And then, on the very day peace was declared, Simo Häyhä opened his eyes. Simo Häyhä never returned to war. He could have worn medals, stood on podiums, told stories to the world. But he didn't care for glory, only for the peace he'd helped protect. His jaw was rebuilt, though he never looked the same. Yet his aim, his silence, remained untouched. He lived the rest of his life in the countryside, where the snow still fell like memory. He hunted, fished, and smiled quietly when asked about the war. When a reporter once asked how he became the most lethal sniper in history, he simply said, "Practice." He didn't write memoirs. He didn't need to. Finland remembered. The world remembered. And every sniper, every soldier, every whisper of wind through frozen trees still speaks his name. He wasn't just a marksman. He was the White Death, and he never missed.
Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you liked this video. We post videos weekly. Make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss a single one.